The transfer portal is also something we have to talk about, sort of in conjunction with these guys that we're talking about today. Leary's gone to Kentucky now. Grayson McCall's still in there, and I know there's a lot of talk about where he may end up and how he may end up there. Hudson Card's still in the portal. When you look at this list in front of us, DJ's still there. We have to talk about him, Shadeur Sanders. What does that list of names mean to you?
A lot of good quality talent still on the market. You know, Grayson McCall, one of those guys right now that played at Coastal Carolina in a Group of 5 program, but it has as many reps as any other starting quarterback in the country. So Devin Leary, huge pickup. I love the fit. Liam Cohen coming back over from the Los Angeles Rams. I think that fit is really good for him and a guy that's going to play on Sundays. This market right now, I mean, you have a little bit of everything you want there. Hudson Card, a highly touted guy coming out, a little bit of a dual threat, can give you something on the ground. And Brennan Armstrong, Luke Altmaier, we haven't even really talked about these guys a little bit. Malik Hornsby still looking for a home. That's the beauty to me of the transfer portal right now. If you're a quarterback needy team that has aspirations of making a deep run, you can go out and still find your guy in the middle of December.
There's a guy down there, what, 2, 4, 6, a 10th name on the list is a multi-year starter at a program up until the midway point of this year, has been a contender every year, and that's Spencer Sanders from Oklahoma State. And he's just kind of sitting there. And I always wonder where those guys are going to land, because in this era, transfer portal era, I want you to think about what we just watched happen in Knoxville, Tennessee this year. We watched Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker wasn't an enigma. Everyone knew of him, at least if you're a hardcore college football fan, you knew, oh, that's that kid they got from Virginia Tech, right? And he comes in and you probably, to varying degrees, thought sort of highly of him, but no one thought he was going to end up having the year he had this year 2 or 3 years ago. But it just goes to speak to what fit means in this game. This day and age, it's always been like that, but only recently have we seen guys get established one place and then en masse, as you just saw with that list, just up and move elsewhere. And so what you could have is you could have a multi-year starter, for example, Devin Leary now at Kentucky, for example, Spencer Sanders, fill in the blank, where they go and they drop themselves into a new position, a new home, and everyone wants to, find lightning in a bottle. But if you do, you can actually do what Hendon Hooker just did. If you end up being married in the right system with the right head coach, right offensive coordinator, right collection of skill around you, there's some guys that have been cast off as average to above average in the college football public's mind that could end up really being a difference maker on a contending team next year.
Well, you said it. It's the F word. It's about fit. The coaches will tell you that all across the country. And listen, sometimes it takes a coach to see something in a player that maybe another staff didn't see. So I think we've seen plenty of examples of that over the last couple of years, even going back to Joe Burrow. I know we didn't see a lot of them at Ohio State, but he goes to a perfect situation surrounding cast there. Yeah, he's a #1 pick in the draft, but in terms of who he's linked up with, and a guy like Joe Brady, they're able to put together arguably the best offense of all time in 2019. We've seen that with Hendon Hooker. It's just kind of an afterthought. All of a sudden, he links up with Josh Heupel, and they're making beautiful music together. That's going to happen again this year. Maybe we just don't know who that is.